Hello folks, welcome to the Hungarian Grand Prix. We are here with the RTG Road to Glory League. This should be an exciting race as we're going to have 16 drivers checked in for this one. And there could be possibility of rain this race, so maybe a switch of a tire change strategy. And we're going to go over our standings for the Monday tier. As we're going to go over our top 10, we got BJ Cougars in the top spot. We got Paul Jones second, DJ Man third, Groff fourth, Chuck fifth, Chuckle sixth, Looney Man seventh, Aggie eighth, Matty Jones ninth, and Liebert 10th. So the top three right now, Paul Jones and BJ Cougars, are not here. They have not checked in. So the only one in the top three that have checked in is TJ Man. So he could take over. I think he can take over second place if he gets a good result or wins the race. And let's say hypothetically he does win the race, so 70 plus 25 is 95, and then he'll be 9 points behind the BJ Cougars. So yeah, that'll be good. I'll be putting him in a good position in the championship. Let me just make a party so I don't hear anybody. Alright. We do have 16 drivers in right now, so we should be going green. And as I was going over the standings, the driver standings, we're going to go over the constructors. So Mercedes in first, and Aston Martin in second, Red Bull third, Williams fourth, Alpine fifth, McLaren sixth, Ferrari seventh, Alpine eighth, Alfa Romeo ninth, and Haas 10th. And yeah, this should have hurt the Mercedes, but I think, is Aki here? Actually? Yeah, he's not. Oh, he is here. He is right there. Yeah, so it'll hurt a bit for the Mercedes. Well, the Aston Martin has 2 of their drivers checked in, and TV Williams, Red Bull, I mean. He has his teammate Matty Jones. So yeah, this should hurt the Mercedes a bit in the constructors as they are now going green. Looney Man almost not picking his car. That would have been funny. We are now heading into this qualifying. I hope there's going to be rain just to mix it up a bit. And my prediction to win this qualifying is going to have to be the obvious fake, Liebert. Liebert is just fast. If you see his name, then you better leave the lobby because you're not gonna be. I'm just gonna say that. But the man's not perfect, so there could be mistakes. He also needs to bump up his championship hopes. He is in 10th. Right now it's looking pretty slim that he even gets there. Yeah, 3 DNF actually. 3, or not, that's someone else. He has 1 DNF and 2 where he didn't attend. So yeah, that really hurt his championship. I don't even think he can make it out, maybe? I don't really want to do the math. Anyway, let's see who comes out first. I see someone just, I think it's a McLaren. It is a McLaren. Is that Chuck or Matthew? Oh, and there's a Haas. It is Chuck, or it is Matthew, I mean. But there's a Haas that came out first. Yep, it is Shins. Let me just put up the details of that. Okay. So, Shins 16 is going to be your first out on the track, I believe. Yes. Oh, yeah, there's a track number there. So we're going to be on board with him the rest of the way through his flying lap. See what lap or provisional lap he can put out for these drivers. I haven't really seen him in the competitive scene or RTG really. So I'm wanted to see his lap. Going for the last corner to start his flying lap. And Matthew is right behind him as well. Just gonna ride on board with him. Seems to be really easy on the throttle. Having a good, steady wheel, not having many mistakes. A little bit of a miss on that apex right there, but shouldn't hurt his lap that much. It's really easy through these corners, not trying to make any mistakes. This is only just his first lap, so he could push harder on the second. Now going around the last corner. Let's see what he's going to put up. It's going to be a 119.2 for Shins. Putting on that provisional pole. And what I said about Matthew, well, I think he wrecked. He was no longer behind Shins anymore. So he must have had a little bit of a mishap. Not sure who else is there. Oh, yeah, he did. He just had a 136.9. Obviously not the goal for his lap. As now, Aki gets the pole with a 117.3, and Don Ronche 125.8, and Lenny Man 1.32. So these drivers are kind of having trouble. TJ Man put a 117.4, and Chuckle puts a 116.3. As I was saying, these drivers 5th through 9th. Oh, and Matthew spun again. Oh no, Matthew's not having the ideal qualifying. Yeah, some of these drivers not putting up good times, and Looney Man is just staring at a wall. And Karen Poulter in second. Matty Jones is now in third. Yeah. Hopefully Matthew can get back on his feet and get another lap, and 1:15.8 for Liebert, and Lee gets a fourth place with a 1:17.1. So only two drivers in the 1:16s and one driver in the 1:15. So Liebert obviously setting the bar for these qualifying if they want to beat him. Hopefully there will be some challenging for that pole. As the only persons that have not went out is David, Zarek, Chuck. Oh, Chuck's on his flying lap, I believe, and Prof. Let's go on board with Chuck. Oh, a little bit of a step of oversteer right there. Coming off the first corner. Nice exit through these corners right now. The place where his teammate Matthew spun, he gets it done pretty well. And comparing to since the Haas lap, it seems to be way more aggressive on those curbs and really utilizing his speed for these corners and not letting any speed go to waste. Really on that white line right there. Going through the last corner. It's gonna be 1:16.8, going right behind Cameron Poulter and right in between Lee, or behind Lee, or in front of Lee and behind Cameron. And now David's gonna be on his out lap. And most of these people are now going on their second lap. Sid's just going on his second lap. Matthew going on his out lap. Checo on his out lap. Cameron on his out lap. And Bugatti in 11th, going on his out lap. Going to beat, I'm gonna bet he's gonna beat that 1:22.3 as well as Matthew. I think he's on his flying lap actually. Matthew has spun twice this qualifying, so hopefully he will have better luck going through his second, quote-unquote, second lap. Oh, there's a caution in sector 2. I think that's Sid's. It is Sid's. Oh no, he spins again. Not going to improve on that lap. Unfortunate for him, as now Zark is going on his out lap. Prof is the one who's still, never mind, he just came out like that. Okay, Prof is now going on his out lap. And who was it? Oh yeah, Matthew. Now on his, oh, we get the perfect sector 2. This could be provisional pole for Matthew, as he wants to get his luck turned around. Going through the last corner. It's going to be sector 116.4 for Matthew. Gets a third place. And gets in between Chuckle and Cameron. And also Lee Burt's on his out lap, so he obviously has some time to improve on that lap. And there's a Red Bull spun. Is that Matthew or TJ, man? It is TJ, man. This is a really nice qualifying, but there's still the 115.8 that everyone is staring at, and everyone is just wanting to beat right now. Oh, and Cameron gets a 116.2 and gets a prototype free ahead of Matthew. Clan brothers are right in the same row. David now going for his lap. It's going to be 122.0 ahead of Bugatti, his teammate, who has invalidated a lap as well. And Looney Man, who spun, I think, on a lap, is now going, or this is probably the end of his lap. His ARS is almost dead. Seeming like a pretty good pace for a lap. Yes, it is. He is now going to get 117.5. Guess I'm in 10th place, and Zark gets on 11th. We did not see that, or I didn't see that. And Prof is just the only one who hasn't hit a lap, and this might be his lap right now. He just glitch in place with that. Anyway, coming out of the last corner, I think there was a little oversteer. Out of the last corner and gets 117.5. Everyone has set a lap right now, but the only people that haven't really set quote unquote top 10 lap are just Prof, Zark, since Dan Ranch, David, and Bugatti. Oh, Liebert went back into the pits. He was on his out lap, or his in lap, or he was on his out lap, so he did not get to do his other lap. Maybe there were some problems going through those laps, and there's another caution. I think that's just people letting people by. I think this is Chuck's other lap. See, he's gonna run. He's gonna run a 116.4, getting ahead of his teammate. Not good enough for pole. As we're gonna ride along with Matthew. He's gonna go on his lap right now. See if he can bring McLaren to the podium and to the pole. Maybe his teammate can possibly give him some slipstream if he waits up, but I don't think that's gonna happen. He's already over there. Nice corners from Matthew. There was an purple sector 1, but can't get a purple sector 2. They're really extending his track limits right there. Using that curve to more of an angle, and he gets the purple sector 2, and it just went away so quickly. So I'm not really sure if that was a purple sector. But going through the second to last corner, it's going to be a 116.0, 4/10 up on his original time. So really close to Liebert. Like 2/10 behind Liebert right now. That was really good effort from Matthew. I hope he can get another lap and see if he can beat it, and Chuck was on his lap as well. With Cameron Puto in 4th. He's on his lap. Oh no, and he's wrecks. Oh no. Oh no. Unfortunate for Cameron. He's just backing up in the sun. That's gonna cost him about 10 grand because those signs are expensive. Now spinning onto the track. Hopefully he can get back into the garage. As we said before, Chuckle on his lap. Let's see if he can put up a good one. And Lee is on his lap as well. They're like intertwined with each other's laps. Maybe Chuckle's getting a little bit of slipstream from that. Just a tiny bit of slipstream. Coming through the last corner. Hopefully he can beat Matthew or even Liebert. And he does beat his original time by like 100th. But it was not good enough. Chuck now on his lap. People on their out lap. I think Liebert is out as well on his outer lap. I think he's gonna try and improve. And he does not. I think he almost hit the pit entry. He does not improve. Matthew now on his out lap. Let's see if he can beat Liebert. I think most of these guys' laps aren't completed, as there won't be any time to really get back around the track. Well, some of these guys, like Matthew here. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to get into his lab, maybe. I may be wrong, or he just does that. So you can do that. So yeah, maybe you can now. Yeah, he definitely is going to get into his lap. Has to warm up some of his tires as there is a Red Bull right behind him. So he's not going to have much time. It's TJ Man's. You invalidated a lap, so this is going to be a second lap on those tires. So it's just not going to be good percentages. And check on his lap. And qualifying is now over. Liebert is right now provisional pole, but someone could, like Matthew, could take it away from his grasp. And there's a... Oh no! Chuck spins out of the second last corner. Oh no. Really unfortunate for him. Trying to be up there with his teammate, but only best outs at top 5. Cameron on his lap as well. Oh, it is raining. I just realized it is raining right now. He's a pro fighter too. Could he still do this while it is raining? Oh, and he does the same thing as Chuck, his teammate. Oh no, there must be something wrong with that last part of the corner. Maybe there's some type of oil that's just leaked or just sitting there, and it's just ruining these drivers' laps. That is really unfortunate, and kind of the same way his teammate did. Honestly, I think it's just the same way. And no one is on their lap now, and it's over. Qualifying is over, and Liam is your pole winner. Matthew second, Cameron third, Chuckle fourth, Chuck fifth, Lee sixth, Matthew seventh, William Man in eighth, Aki ninth, Teacher Man in 10th, Prof in 11th, Zark in 12th, Bugatti Solven in 13th, Sins in 14th, Dan Ranch in 15th, and David Benson in 16th. So Liebert right now, this is some good position he wants to be in, because he really wants to improve his driver's championship. 10th in that 10th with only like 30 points, I think, behind or not behind, but he just has 30 points in the Drivers' Championship. So hopefully he can win this race or get a good position to improve that. But as I was saying, TJ Mans, who's in the top 3 in the championship right now, he gets 10th. He only gets 10th. So he's going to have to work to get some better points so he can try and overtake second. It was a really good qualifying day. It started raining at the end, so maybe it'll rain into the race. I don't see any drama in the driver's chat, so no incidents. And I don't think it's going to rain at the beginning of the race, but it could at the end of the race. Let me just check my sources right now. Go on a driver's stream. It is not going to rain, unfortunately. Never mind. And so the strategy here, for me, it would probably medium to hard, or you can do a soft to hard to medium, but you will have to rely on some safety cars, as we are now going on the formation lap. And and Ferrari just hit nose dives into the outside wall. For some reason, I don't have any audio. What the heck? It's like at 30 frames per second. Hopefully that fixes when the race starts. And I can't even press anything. Did it lag out? What? I think I'm having technical difficulties. Hold on. I'm having really bad technical difficulties. Hopefully I can get back right into the action. Oh no. Seems I'm in Oh. Okay. Thank you, Cameron, for letting me know. I thought I was going to have to do something to get back into the race because I couldn't join back. That was really weird. Random person. Well, random person, let me know who you are in the lobby. Hopefully that does not happen again, as he can get back into racing. Oh, you're a Zurich? Oh, cool. So, maybe a bit of strategy has changed for these drivers now, because since the lobby has restarted, the tires has restarted, so maybe some drivers will be on the softs and just pull away from the field and get some tires on so they can last at the end of the race, maybe? Could be a possibility. Or to stick with their original strategy. We have all, I think we have all our drivers back in here. Yep. Well, I was gonna go over my predictions for the race win, but since we're here, we just might as well do it, and we're not going green, and my prediction to win this race is gonna be a wild shot. I would have to say it's gonna be, honestly, not someone in the top 5. I'm gonna go with Aki. Aki seems to have quite of a consistency with him, and I think he will be able to cut through the field and get a podium, or as I say, win. I meant to say win. Hopefully this race will not lag out. We can get back to racing. They're now going on our formation lap. That's a pretty fast starting time, so hopefully every driver could get their setups in time, as we have a pretty pit stop strategy. So it's mediums to hards, or soft, medium, hard, or soft, hard, medium. And most drivers are in the mediums, but only 2 people are on the softs, and that would be Cameron and TJ Man. So these 2 drivers are trying to make up some positions, and I predict that Cameron is just gonna just blast through the top 2. Leave it to Matthew. I went on the hards. It is reasonable, because those hards at the beginning, you do not want to beat them and lose many positions. And Matthew spins information lap, unfortunately. This could be a way to heat his tires if he doesn't make contact with anybody. It's also weird, like, this camera is different on the McLaren. It's different on the freaking Ferrari. And then when I go to my Red Bull too, it's the same as Ferrari, but everyone else is just like zoomed in, like TV pod, but whatever. You're now lining up for their grid spots. Like he was disqualified, Lieber was disqualified. He was disqualified. Pretty sure the top 5, or most of the top 5 maybe, have gone to complete their grid spot as 5 red lights. And away we go here at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Lieber seemingly having a good start. Cameron Poulter passing Matthew on the outside, now looking to the inside of Lieber. Can he make the move? He's peeking. Oh, and they make contact. Coming out of the left first corner. It's coming out of the first corner. And Chuckle now making positions. I think coming from 5th or 4th to 2nd now. There's a caution. There's a Aston Martin that has died in the distance. Is that Looney Man? That is Prof. Oh no, Prof has spun off into the grass. Maybe a little bit of contact between someone and another driver. Really unfortunate. But it seems to be now settled down a bit, as now there's like a first group of cars, a big group of cars that are just trying to pull away. Really good angle right there, seeing how big it is. This is a line. There's a second group of cars that have been diverted from the first pack. And Cameron is trying to get to that Lieber. He is on the softs, the really fast compound tire, for the first few laps. But Matthew losing 2 positions off that start, going to 2nd to 4th, and Checo gaining 1 to 3rd. So most of our grid has been shuffled around. No one has stayed in their position except for obviously Lieber. Oh, someone just broke a sign. All the bits and pieces go away. So yeah, really shuffled grid right now. No one in their original spot going into the first lap. Lieber is still having a strong position or strong gap over Cameron, but Cameron might have something to say about it. He's now setting the fastest lap and using his ERS to try and get past. But will it be enough? The ERS is now enabled, so it could be enough to pass Lieber and take this race lead. No other battles are going on here. Maybe some are going to shape up when DRS is going to be a factor on the straights. Yeah, no side-by-side battles for now. Everyone is settled down. Oh, as I say that, just someone is around. I think it's a Haas, and there's a safety car or a virtual safety car, and that person who was spun is down around. He has lost all his wing. Really unfortunate. Ralph now having to give the position back, I guess, for some reason, even though he crashed. I'm not sure if that's a safety car or a virtual. Actually, no, this is a virtual because the safety car will be out by now. Oh, Cameron is now pitting. I'm assuming he might go into the hards to try and extend his period of time on those laps and not waste his mediums, but he could go into mediums to try and make up positions and see what he will do. He's going to put on the hards, so he's trying to really extend his stint so he can maybe stay out and not have to pit. But it's going to be hard with this dirty air and all these drivers, and Don Ranch gives us 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So Cameron is kind of hoping for a safety car. Or I know he is hoping for a safety car maybe to try and make up positions on his mediums when he pits again. Is there any other battles going on? There's a close battle for 9th right now. Shin seems to be holding up Aki and Looney Man. Maybe Aki will get him off the straight, but he's looking on the inside right now. He's not trying to waste any time, but it kind of ruins his corner. And he goes a little bit wide, so he's not going to be as close as he wants to on the DRS straight. Hopefully he can get him off the straight anyways, so he can try and make up time again. Oh, Shins is now defending for his 9th place, as Aggie's still having DRS down the straight. He's looking to the inside. It's not going to be enough. He's still looking really close to him. Looking again on the outside and the inside, but obviously you cannot make that move from that far. And there's another caution. We got Alpha Tar, or Red Bull actually, has spun, and I'm not really sure who that was. Oh, that was Cameron. Or T. Oh, that was T-Man. It was T-Man who has spun off. Oh no, as I was saying before, T-Man really wants to get some points, but now he has spun off. He's in 15th now. Really disappointing for him. Unfortunate. Hopefully he can get lucky with a safety car. Chuckle setting the fastest lap. There's another caution. Is a McLaren, and no, it's the same corner as well. Maybe it's gonna be Chuck. Oh no, Chuck is now spun off. Now going back to 7th place. Unfortunate for him. Zarek has made up 6 positions. Really good showing, as well as Shins, but I think he's gonna get overtaken soon, as Looney Man and Aki have switched places, as they're trying to just really kind of get past Shins, as there's a big stack up behind Shins as well, as Cameron is now lurking behind all of them with those hards. And now there's another caution, another safety car, or a virtual. Someone has died. I'm not really sure who that was. Maybe David? He doesn't have his wing off. I don't really know, actually. As now Liebert is going into the pits. Or no, oh wait, what? Oh, that was Liebert. Oh, I thought that was in the back. Liebert has actually spun off and broken off his wing. Oh no. Really unfortunate. Really bad outcoming of Lee to... I mean, I thought this was Liebert. This is Lee Craig. This is Lee Craig. Lee Craig has spun. He was not... This is not Liebert. I am blind. Yeah, spun off and lost his wing. I thought it would be very dramatic if Liebert spun off. Lost his lead. As I said before, there's a big DRS line forming behind Schnitz, and nothing really happening up at the front. It's pretty spread out. And really spread out parts of the grid right now. It's probably gonna be a big kerfuffle with these guys, really. Cameron is just kind of like this, hoping that they move along, because those hards will probably last until the end, or maybe close to the end. So he wants to make as much time as possible so he can overcut Lee Burt. Now, Looney Man is trying to make a move, but Shin's is blocking for his position. The Looney Man a little bit going wide, and Aki has spun off. No! My pick for the win the race. Aki has spun off, trying to make move on Looney Man over the mistake. Oh no. Now Cameron is now looking to the outside of Looney Man, but he will not be able to make the pass. He's now going in the outside of Looney Man, but he's not side by side. He's on his left rear. Oh, still peeking, still peeking. He's gonna let off a bit. Oh my god, they're really close, almost making contact. Cameron really trying to push him along early, just telling him, you need to go right now, or I'm going to have to do something really unfortunate to you. And really detailed, but you know, it's just really reality right now. As Choco is now, I think he's gaining on Lee a bit. Oh, now Cameron has passed Looney Man. I think Looney Man has made a mistake. He has. Now dropping back to the 11th. Cameron now on the outside of Shins. And he's now going to make the move. And Shins really was getting pinched down on the inside line. Cameron's going to have DRS too, and there's another caution. It's going to be Aki again. Oh no. My pick, Aki. Hopefully he can get a safety car, like for TJ Man and Don Duranch. Lieber setting the fastest lap with his fresh soft, so he's on the soft, so that's interesting. Maybe he just wanted the fastest lap. And oh no, and Chuck gets a 2-second penalty, and as well as Zerk. And Dan Ranch has penalty, but I think that was for speeding a pit lane. Yeah, so I think Choco's gaining on a bit on Lee, but I don't think he has any DRS really to be on the table. Yeah, he doesn't really have ERS, but Lee has 70%, so he can really defend his position. And there's another caution. It's going to be Aki again. Really unfortunate for this driver. David gets a free second. Another caution is going to be the Haas of the Orange. And there's another battle going on for Ave, as Shins is really losing pace right now. He's not really pulling away from any of these drivers. Maybe the moral thing to do really would be to try and just, back off, just lay off the position. And now Bugatti diving it in. I think they made contact going through that corner. Bugatti really in getting his elbows out. Not wanting to be behind Shins. And now the Aston Martins are now going at it. Maybe team orders will be at play right now. There's now going to be a battle for 5th. Truck is now closing in on the Zerk. Or the Zark of it. Having a lot of like 20% more ERS than Zark. Now using all of his ERS to get past. Zark not gonna use any defensive maneuvers to try and keep his position. He's just gonna let him go, maybe to drag him on through the race. He's now Chuck is now looking towards Matty, to try and get his position. And there's another kerfuffle. Schmitz is now losing. Just crashed. Well, that's cool. I wanted to see the bat. If I can get back in. The internet has been acting weird lately. Oh, as I go back into the race, seems like nothing has really changed. Yeah, nothing has changed. Oh, there's teammates, or not teammates, but Chuck now passing Matty through that DRS straight, that little tiny DRS straight. Now Chuck is now looking for redemption as he is now trying to gain back all his positions, but I think he has already, maybe. No, he has actually gained from his position, so he's now in, he was in 5th, now he's in 4th, so really good redemption for Chuck, and there's another caution. I think that's TJ Mans. He's going to get lapped as well. Really unfortunate for this driver. For the top 3 in the standings. Aki, I think, yeah, Aki has been a lap down. Really unfortunate. Chuck getting a little bit of a type of oversteer off that corner. Let's see if Matty Jones can now get past Chuck. Seemingly Chuck is just pulled away on that straight. Oh, he does have the help of DRS from Aki, so that could be the case. And Don Ranch has now retired on the pits, I think. But he is on the track, so I'm not really sure. So, yeah, he has retired, so no safety car, no caution, just playing on racing. So, theoretically, I thought, oh, and there's another yellow flag. I think that's TJ Mans letting people by. He's a lap down. So, theoretically right now, Cameron is a little bit, I think he is in, like pit stop wise, he is in probably 2nd place, but I'm not really sure after that like little stoppage on the, there's a freeway battle for 9th, and he just got slowed down by that. TJ Man now retires, and I think I was seeing a battle. I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, Zark and Matthew now scuffling it out. Zark going into the inside, peeking. Oh, Mills in contact. Really close with Matty. I think the battle has ended though. He's gonna have to wait to the next DRS straight. As on this track, can't really pass anywhere else unless you're really brave or really desperate. Now Matthew is going to be in the DRS range of Chuckle. I'm not really sure how long he was, but he is now, as Lieber has now checked away from the top 3. He's now 3 seconds ahead. And it's seeming like Matthew is going to have a good run at Chuckle through this DRS straight, having all that ERS stored for probably just one moment. Dumping it all, just trying to see if he can get the edge on Chuckle. He is now a car length behind him, or I mean 1/10 behind him. Oh no, and he spins! And he spins off into the inside of barrier. Oh no. He's been having this luck all day right now. He spun twice in qualifying, and now when it counts, he spins on the race, trying to make a move. Really, really bad timing for that one. But hopefully, I don't think he even got damage from that somehow. Let's see. I can't really tell from the angle, actually. Let's see. He actually didn't get damaged, I don't think. That much, if he did. You don't see any wings off. But surprisingly, he is still going to have to work for his... or not work, he's going to still have a chance, because he has no wing off. So maybe he can get a 12-second gap, or get his 12-second back from Chuckle, but he's not going into the pits, and maybe there's going to be some changes to his wing. I don't see any damage, but this could be some pit stop strategy. There's a caution in sector 1. It's going to be Chuckle now doing the same thing as Matthew. All these drivers are now having the same curse as each other, and there's now in a house. There's going to be shins going off into the pavement all the way out there. Never seen that before. Maybe just a little bit of a spin. Now Chuckle being 12 seconds behind Lee. Lee having a lot of leeway in this race now, as he can really do anything, I think, and still be up in front. In wreck, he can spin, he can still be in the race, it's still gonna be in the lead. He can pit, still be in the lead. Oh, Matthew is not, yeah, he has pitted. Not sure for a new wing or just his pit stop strategy. He's now in the hard, trying to see if he can pick up, or trying to see if he can overcut Chuckle. But Chuckle has spun as well, so that could give him a bit, get him back up there. But he is really far away, so I'm not really sure. There are battles going on. Lee and Looney Man now going at it. Lee was on the softs, and now he is on the hards. Lee and Chuckle have now pitted, and Cameron is now in second. Can he take the race lead away? Yes, he has. Oh no, he hasn't actually. I was joking. Actually, he is not taking the lead, but yeah, he's not getting second, as I was saying before. With the pit stop he has done, but he's gonna be way on older hards when these guys' tires form up. So he's probably going to be in a bit of trouble if there's not going to be a safety car. Because, oh, and Aki spun again. Aki not having a really good day. He does not want to remember this one, folks. And let's go back to our battle right here. Lee right on the, he's right on his gearbox. Looking like he was pushing him for a second. And he's now going to make the move. Looney Man can't do anything about it. I think he conceded away. You know, Lee's main target now is going to be Bugatti. And, but he gets a 3-second time penalty, unfortunately. So he's not going to have maybe the position he wants to be. But he does want to still catch Bugatti. So right now, where I'm standing right now, or what I'm understanding is, or actually, let me pull up this, it'll be easier to understand. So yeah, the camera's on 14 laps of hards, and these guys have already done their in-lap, quote-unquote, on their hards, so they're going to be up, or close to up to temperature. Oh, and Cameron goes a little bit wide and gets a 3 seconds. Oh no. Unfortunate. But he still has a lot of leeway right now. I think he's like 4 tenths or 4 seconds ahead of Chuckle. 5 seconds. Yeah, so Cameron's on 14 laps of hards, and Chuckle is now getting into his temperature, so this could be a close battle for second. And Chuck is now trying to keep his position away from his teammate Matthew. Maybe team orders will come into play. There's another caution. It's after 2. It's going to be an Alpine. I think that's probably David. Yeah, I think it was David. Or, no, he was in sector 1. So that was Bugatti. Fortunate for him. Let's focus on this battle. Matthew really trying to... Oh, he's not even in DRS, actually. Oh, and Shims has now wrecked out of the race. Will that be a safety car? It's going to be a safety car. It's going to play right in the hands of Cameron, as he might wants to go in those fresh mediums he has stocked in his garage. Shins is now right now at that one corner most people have died at. Unfortunate for him. I think he's now going on the softs. Not sure if they will last to the end, or they will last at all. Let's see I really want to see what Cameron does here, because everyone has already used their... What Cameron does. I would predict he's going on the mediums, but he could just stay out. But that wouldn't be really good tires for him. I mean, he is going to stay out. Oh, wait, no, he isn't. I saw him swerve to the left. I thought he was going to keep going for his lap, but no. He is going into the pits for his mediums. So yeah, this might change the race result here, as Lee is now going to have to probably defend against, or actually no, Chuckle's going to get in front of him, and he's going to get in front of Clarence, so he's going to have to work, for his, where we're trying to get into the lead. He has to pass Lee and Chuckle. And those drivers are not easy to get by. Really interesting strategies going around. But Cameron really needed that safety car just for this one moment. So I'm sure he's happy right now. Two people on the soft, David and Naki. Again, I don't even think they will last a good 3 laps, but hey, they are doing them. Maybe they just want to have a bit of fun passing people. And Prof gets a 3-second on safety car. So I'm going to really be focusing on the top 3 right now, because they are going to have a bit of a kerfuffle. Maybe a bit of contact, possibly, for the win. Controversy. And we're trying to warm up the tires as much as possible. Those hards are really hard to try and warm up. Oh God. Cameron almost hits Chuckle, or Chuck. He almost hits him coming off that corner, but Chuck kind of did speed up a bit, so he was kind of a bit asking for it. And he spins. Oh no. And Chuck spins off into the grass. Really just unfortunate for Chuck. He was really hoping for redemption as he spun early in the race. is really... There's a lot of spins going on. My pig has spun and now our truck has spun twice. And those are really crucial moments in his race. Hopefully he can try and cut through the field as he did before. And I think we're going to go green this lap as everyone is now bundled up. They have safety car in this lap. Hopefully we don't have any descendants on their safety car. Oh, Matty Jones gets a 5-second penalty for hitting for Benson. Wait, how does that happen? How does Matty Jones get a... Wait, what? How did he get a penalty? He wasn't even near him. Oh wait, no, he's a lap down. He's just there. Alright, anyway. So Liebert trying to get a good jump on these guys. He's now going green, going through the big right-hander. Oh, and Matthew goes off into the distance, off into the last corner. Oh no, really unfortunate. And now Cameron is now looking to a second. He's gonna dive it in, really sending in that corner. Oh, he's gonna get loose and hit Chuckle off into the second corner, or off into the first corner. And now he's trying to make up at second place. He dive bombed between. He was not messing around. He was like, get out of the way. I'm trying to win the race. He also has 3 seconds, so that's not really giving him any time to mess around. And his tires are going to wear out faster than his hard, so he really wants to get in front of them as quickly as possible. Chuckle was having good defense through his through the lap, but getting a bit of a tap in the side pod, so hopefully that didn't give him any damage. Now going through the second last corner. Oh, there's a bit of a kerfuffle between the Alpine brothers, Bugatti and David, but David's a lap down, so he's probably getting out of the way. And now Cameron is now going on the inside of Chuckle. Now he's doing the same thing. Chuckle is really pushing him to his limits. And Cameron is not going to take that, and he's going to take the second place away from him. But Chuckle is not going to let it go. But I think he has to, honestly, because these mediums are the fastest right now at this point in the race, and he does not really want to lose any more time to Liebert than he already has. 1 second and 6/10 away from Liebert. And oh no, and Zerk has spun off and wrecked, going off into the first corner in sector 1. Unfortunate for Zerk, and there's not going to be a safety car for that, unfortunately. A lot of kerfuffle, especially with the McLarens. So McLarens have spun off and lost all their positions, especially Matthew. McLaren's not showing enough consistency for this race, like for where they were in qualifying. They were spinning, so not going to be having a good talk in the principal's office. In the principal's office. Maybe their cars are not up to standards. The development did not go through. Anyway, Cameron is now closing in on Liebert. He's now closed in a good gap to 7/10. We still have a bit of racing as well too, so this is not going to be the it's not going to be the ultimate decision or ultimate moment in this race where Cameron can take the win away from Lee, because Lee still has those hards on, and those hards can last until the end of the race. But I'm not sure about the mediums, because obviously the mediums have a shorter lifespan than the hards. And there's another wreck, and I think it's Aki again, and he's going into the inside wall. And I think he said he got a 10-second time penalty for something. That's a big oof. Oh, and the McLaren spun again. It's gonna be Matthew again. Yeah, it's gonna be have a big talk in the McLaren team. It's just like real life. Right now, though, Cameron is now 4 times behind. They have DRS now, but Cameron has no ERS. He has used all his ERS to try and get into his distance, and Matthew is now retired in the pits. But yeah, Cameron has used all his ERS to try and get into position in the race, to try and take the win away, or trying to take the lead away from Lieber and extend the 3 seconds away from him. But Lee has conserved most of his ERS, and so he is now going to try and see if he can hold off the camera. I'm going on to the main straight. Also a battle for fourth. By the way, Eki has retired into the pits. Let's see if Lee can try and make a move, but there's going to be there's going to be a lead change probably, as Cameron is now looking on the outside. He can't make the move for the first corner. Can he make it? Can he make a dive? No, he cannot. He's going to have to wait another lap probably to get Lee. There's a big pack going on right behind Lee right now. I like to mention now, Lee broke his wing off. He was on the softs, not the preferred tire in that position of the race. He was in really early. Then he got on the hards, and now he's in 4th place. A really good showing for him. And let's see how many positions he has gained. He's gained only 2. I think it was more than that, honestly. But yeah, he did gain all his positions back anyway, so good for him. Bugatti getting 6 positions up, now in the 7th. And David being a lap down, he's still going to get points for this race. Another caution. I think it's Alpine. I think it's Bugatti. I think I keep cursing everybody. Every time I view somebody, it's just they wreck. And the commentators curse. Now Bugatti now having 5 positions gained. Now we're going back to 8th. Hopefully we can get back to 7th. Yeah, there's a big DRS train behind Lee. It's going to be Maddie and Chuck. And Maddie going off into the grass. Gonna have to let Chuck by on that one. Can't really save that position. Defend that position, I mean. Now Chuck is gonna try and pass Lee. But he's now 1 second and 4 tenths behind Lee. So he's trying to really get into his DRS. Cameron now losing a bit of pace. He's now 5 tenths behind. So his mediums are a bit draining for this stint, but he's gonna have another shot at him. Lee going defensive. Will it be enough to keep Cameron behind? He's gonna try and go in for the overtake, but he's not gonna be enough. He's looking to the inside, not enough to pass Lee. Lee is having Alonso defending right now for Cameron, and he's doing a good job of it. There's also a battle for 7th, oh yeah, for 7th because of Bugattis. A little incident. Oh, and there's another caution, or another yellow flag instead of 2. I'm not really sure who that was. Oh, that was Lee. Lee going off into the corner, and he broke his wing again. I don't know. Every good thing, he has gained back all his positions. He is now losing them all as they are shattering all around him, losing one after another. He's gonna probably have the pits. Oh no, and Cameron has retired? Did you retire in the pits? Wait, what? Hey, why did he retire? No. Cameron has retired into the pit lane. What has happened? Mechanical failure? Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate for you, Karen. Dang. I was really shocked when when I saw you retire in the pits. I didn't even see that happen. When you broke off your wing. Dang. Well, as we have lost Cameron, Chuckle is now in 2nd, with Chuck in 3rd, and Matthew 4th, Prof 5th, Bugatti 6th, Newman 7th, and Lieber 8th. And David gonna get 9th, but he was a lap down, so I don't have that position. And Lieber seems to be now all the way ahead of Chuckle. I don't think Chuckle can do anything about it. Unless there's another safety car. Or Chuck or Lee just dies. And now there's a spread out field. Except for Looney Man, but Looney Man disconnected, having internet problems probably. And he's gonna have his position taken away from Lee. Yeah, spread out field really. Only really close battle is gonna be for 5th. Okay, still trying to gain as much position as possible. And it perhaps does have a penalty, so he doesn't really need to pass him. Just needs to be at close range. Yeah, only 9 drivers on the track right now. We got 5 laps remaining. Lee now pulling for 4 seconds ahead of Chuckle. Chuckle now getting 3 seconds again. So it's gonna put him on. Oh, that was his first one. Until he got another one. Lee now setting the fastest lap for the race. Trying to get that 1 point for Ferrari. And obviously for himself. Yeah, now the race has really settled down. Nothing really going on. Lee having a pretty dominating race. I think he was in the lead the entire race. No one has been able to take it away from him. I don't even think anyone has tasted first. Actually, Bugatti could probably get fourth, actually. Freaking Matthew has 8 seconds. And Bugatti has 6 seconds. I mean, Bugatti has 6 seconds. Freaking, Bugatti has no penalties. And he is in the DRS range, and he's still gaining on prof. We're still trying to look to gain on prof. This race has been ups and downs, especially for the McLarens. Like, they've been really, and not to say inconsistent, because they have been pretty up there in the pack, but they haven't really been, let's say, the team to beat. Because they just haven't been consistent with the positions, because they kept spinning. And yeah, that's really the only thing I think that's the highlight of this race, honestly. McLarens. Chuck is nowhere near his redder chuckle. And Maddie is nowhere near Chuck, but Prof, I think he's gaining a bit on him, maybe? Yeah, just a bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Lee going on to the last lap. White flag now out. Hopefully no other drama happens between these drivers. But that would be good entertainment, as now Bugatti's trying to make a charge for fifth. And that is another caution. Chuck has now spun again. Oh no, as I was saying before, the McLaren have not been consistent. This was what I was saying before. But Matty, I don't think he's going to try and give that position, because he has 8 seconds and he has 3 seconds. It's going to be physically impossible to even try and get it unless he spins again. Now let's ride along with Lee for the last few corners. Coming into the last corner. And Lee has won the Hungarian Grand Prix. Dominating performance by him. He should be proud of that performance. And he will bring home victory for the Ferraris. Chuckle getting second. And and Lee has spun again. Maybe Lindemann can take it away. No, I don't think he can. He's too far. And Chuck will get third after some spins and a little bit of unluckiness on his side. And yeah, and Bugatti gets fourth off of that one. Not having any penalties. So the technicality, he gets fourth. And Matty gets fifth. Prof gets sixth. And Lee going around to get seventh. Looney Man getting eighth. And David now, he's a lap down, so he got ninth. Really, really challenging race for these drivers. They have to really work hard to keep their positions. I think there was only one safety car this race, so not much chaotic, but it was really it was entertaining to be seeing this race. Yeah, Lee not getting his lead taken away from him. I don't even think once. No one could top him out. And Chuckle having a really consistent race. Only downside, he spun, but that did not stop him from getting second and keeping his cool throughout the race. And as I was saying before or earlier, Lee's now going to have some good points in this race. He was in 10th in the Drivers' Championship. He's probably going to get into I don't know the math, but he's probably going to get maybe 5th. And yeah, let's just go over our driver results. We got Lee in first, Chuck was second, Chuck third, Bugatti fourth, Matty 5th, Prof 6th, Lee 7th, William Man 8th, David 9th, Cameron 10th, Matthew 11th, Aki 12th, Zerk 13th, Sins in 14th, TJ Man in 15th, and Don Ranj in 16th. And my driver today was going to have to be Bugatti 13th to 4th. That is not hard. That is a hard thing to do, especially around this track where you can't really pass. And, so really happy for that almost podium position, or podium result. And Lee gets the fastest lap. Wow, folks, that was a really crazy race. Well, not as crazy, but just really calm and a little bit of action race. Yeah, so thank you for having me as your commentator, and we will see you next time. Let me see what track is next. It is going to be Canada, so yeah, that should be action-packed, a really close and tight track, so hope you guys enjoyed the stream, or when you get to enjoy the stream, and I'll see you guys next Monday.